Hi everyone, welcome back, and in this video I'll be giving you some information on the where statement. This is a popular statement that most of the time you would be using in SQL. So let's get to see what is this. So before this I've taken a couple of videos on some SQL fundamental statements. So if you want to refer those videos, you can click on the link that I've provided in the description box. So without any further delay, let's get into it. So generally, before we get to see what this where statement is, when we select a particular column or some columns from a table, all the rows get retrieved for that particular table. But what happens in scenarios where we want to retrieve rows that match only a particular condition, the condition which we are very interested in? So that's when you get to use the where statement. You can use the where statement in order to specify what condition, based on which condition the rows have to be retrieved. So therefore the where statement allows us to specify conditions on columns for rows to be returned. Okay. So if you see the syntax, it is select column name from table name where, and you can specify the conditions. So if you see here, where in order to specify conditions, there are many operators that can be used to specify the condition. So some of the operators are comparison operator, which is greater than, equals to, and so on. These operators compares a column value to some condition. For example, when there is a scenario where you want to find the payment which is greater than 2000, then there is some comparison that is done, greater than 2000. So that's when you can use the comparison operators. The second type of operator is logical operator, and these logical operators are and or not. So these operators allows us to combine multiple comparison operators. So for example, you want to write a condition where you want to filter out results where the country is United Kingdom and sales is greater than 1 lakh. So in this scenario, you can combine the comparison operators as well as the logical operators. So over here, if you see country is United Kingdom is a comparison and is a logical operator, and sales greater than 1 lakh is again a comparison. Okay, so let's get to see it with an example. So let's say I have a sales table with customer name, country, and the product. So now I just want to filter out the country, the name, and the product, and I want these details only for countries such as India. So now I provide this statement, which is select country, name, product from the sales table where country is equal to India. So out of these records, I'm just going to filter and get only these records, which is what is shown here. So I get the records, the sales, which pertains only to the country India. Let's take another example. I want to see the customers who are from India. So I give select name, that's the column from sales table where country is equal to India. So these are the customers from India. The next example is select name, country, and product from sales where country is equal to India and product equal to apparels. So in this condition, I want to get the records for sales that have happened in India and specifically for the product apparels. So that when I apply this query, this is the result that I get. So initially I had two records from India, but when I filter it a second time, not filter, when I apply a second condition where a product is equal to apparels, then I would be getting this one result, which is what we can see over here. So that's pretty much some examples about how you can use the where statement. So let us get to see this with an example. Okay, so now let's clear this out. And now let us try to apply some where condition. Okay, so let's say I want to select amount from payment table. Okay, so now first let me run this query where I get to see all the amounts. So all these are the amounts of the payment table. So let's say I want to apply a condition where I want to see the amounts that exceed 7.99. So now I apply a where condition. So remove the semicolon and then I apply the where condition where amount, the column amount, is greater than 7.99. And now when I run this statement, this query, This is the results that get to be fetched. So if you notice the results over here, it's greater than 7.99. Similarly, if I say I want to see the amount which is lesser than 7.99, you get to see the amounts which is lesser than 7.99. Okay. So this is about the where statement. Now let's say, for example, we take another example where we use both the logical and the comparison operator. So first let's get to see the data. Select. Let's say I want to select the first name and I want to select active to see who are all active. So active, the column active from the table staff. So now let's get to see what these records are. So now I have the first name and active from staff, which gives me the first name and active as true. So now let's say I just want to apply a condition where first name is equal to, let's say, Mike, and I'm adding the AND operator, and active is equal to true. So I just want this record, okay? When I run this query, there you go. I get the result for this particular query condition, okay? So now you can apply any amount of where statements and you can get only the relevant data rather than writing down the statement, getting all the records, and then later on doing manual filtering out. So you can apply the where statement, apply the condition, and you get the relevant records. So it's mostly, there's a lot of times where you would be using this where statement as, whether you're a analyst or if you're a developer, most of the time this is a very common statement that gets to be used. So if you found this video helpful, please do give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do subscribe, and also do share your feedbacks. Thank you.